What is going on, everybody, and welcome back. I mean, the more we continue November 2022, specifically this month, I gotta tell you, the centralized exchange conversation gets much more interesting, guys. I am learning a lot right now through what Binance is speaking of on Twitter, on the revealing of their proof of reserves, starting with Bitcoin. He's also tweeting a bunch of things right now that are pretty critical, and I like, kind of the way it's unraveling. What's also popping and it's getting hot is earlier today, as I informed you guys, but now in a live form because there's just more to the story. Is there an exploit in crypto.com, or are people getting their funds draining from crypto.com exchanges? Man, I haven't heard that one. That's a new one to me. But we'll go ahead and talk about that one, everybody. Go ahead and take a look at the price here of crypto.com. Now compare that to the price of Binance. Binance, the price has tripled easily what crypto.com has done since the 22nd. In my opinion, it's worth noting. Guys, I've just gotta let you know, I honestly want the two of these two players, Binance, Crypto.com, at least it's two global exchanges and players, to succeed. Just imagine just one deleted FTX and all the bloodshed that it occurred. I don't want any major centralized exchange to be deleted. Although what I've learned, is that people like blood, and when you see it down in price, it's like people just want to spit on it and see if they can kill it. It's crazy to me, everybody. But in this live, let's go ahead and talk about the latest updates, because there's a couple of things there that I want to inform you, and go ahead and tell me your questions and comments in the chat. Obviously, it's Black Friday, baby. Let's go. And guess what, everybody? I'm watching the game here. USA versus England, 71 minutes, 0-0. If any one of them scores, preferably the United States, let's go and celebrate. So glad to have some of you here in the house. What is going on, everybody? Go ahead and smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel right now and turn on those notification bells. What a blessing, and I appreciate you guys stopping by. Awesome. How's everybody doing, guys? Welcome aboard. We're all George. I love George, of course. Cryptosaurus, he's awesome. Everybody, I'm looking at things, right? Overall, the prices of the markets are not doing much, right? There's not excitement when it comes to price related. And you know what? You go to Twitter right now, guess what's trending? Bull run. And I'm like, okay, I get it. So bull run is trending because it's like we want to see higher prices. I get it. We all want to see higher prices. Right now, we have a World Cup, right? And I mean, Crypto.com is a sponsor. Algorand is a blockchain sponsor. In one of my previous movies, I mentioned how I kind of wanted something to be a little bit better for the price, even DeFi, because now, why don't we want to see the transition from the Web 2 to Web 3 by them adding their funds to DeFi and the Web 3 environment? But what's happening right now is that people are taking their funds from centralized exchanges to outside their bank accounts, let alone in DeFi, right? When we see everything drain, which is okay. It happens. And once that fear came to the bones of, in this case, Genesis, they had to halt withdrawals, and that's how some of us are waiting, right? So it's starting to become this massive cancer in the crypto industry. I hear a lot from NSNBC and now the mainstream media, how they're trying to solve, and in simple words, answer the FTX collapse. And there's more information with FTX that at this point, I mean, it's just more about the truth as far as how it got deleted, got destroyed, but all of the ramifications and the problems and the issues that carry on, the people losing everything they had, that's kind of what hurts a little bit, in my opinion. But we have a situation here. Crypto.com and Binance. I don't know you, but I just been starting to see a lot of, I will consider more demands for each of these two cryptocurrency exchanges. And I mean, I like them. In a way, we want to keep them accountable. We want to keep them pressure to the full transparency that we all deserved. Now check this one out. Earlier today, breaking: lawyers are reportedly on the case against crypto.com. Ooh. Like, these are, when you have such a large audience, to me, it's like, I haven't heard anything, man. I explored the entire sea of Twitter, haven't seen anything so far, man. The exchange is draining customers' accounts for money. You understand what you just said? Or like in this case, like, I don't know if people really understand what that is. I don't think having all the licenses and security certifications that crypto.com and Binance have, right? They will risk any of them just to get more money. They also allegedly draining way more money than the customers made on this exploit. It is pretty weird, and I know some people have blocked this person or so, but I always like to kind of step back, right? Obviously, there has to be some resolution or some information as far as its legitimacy, but I haven't heard anything, man. And I mean, those are the type of sources that can trigger an avalanche of FUD. And here at the Oscar Ramos channel, I just try to do the best I can, providing you with the, most fastest and accurate sources, so everybody knows here, right? Now, Chris, the crypto.com CEO, is active on social media. He gave us, right, an AMA that was pretty cool. I mean, honestly, he doesn't do many of them. I've been following the guy for a while. But you know who is even more active than Chris? That will be CC, Binance CEO. The man, the myth, the legend when it comes to crypto, right? And I understand if some crypto.com holders watching right now dislike Binance. Now, let me kind of paint the picture here. And please go ahead and post your comments right now, because there's a lot of different angles. A lot of people are, I heard this, and of course I cannot confirm it, and I don't think CC will ever do this because that will be stupid, right? And the truth will obviously come out sooner or later, but there's like rumors going around that the crypto.com FUD occurred because of CC kind of like colluded to have crypto.com taken down. That is absolutely like utterly bizarre, just to put it in the kindest words, because how and why, right? That is so weird. And from all the time that I follow this person, I don't think he would do that, right? But obviously, with the FTX collapse, everybody is like allowed to think whatever, because you never really expect what's going to come from centralized exchanges. So my point is, how in the world you have an amazing project, crypto, with a token that they're not using to collateralize their reserves, FY, this is not FTX, and so down. It is just what happens. But I understand and I'm always trying to understand and kind of like meditate in the level of the status of what the community feels, right? Now, why am I saying Binance on fire, CC? Well, because it's cool. I really appreciate this type of tweets, and I kind of want to mention some of them here. Brian Armstrong, Coinbase CEO, and JCP says FTX is an overseas exchange problem, even though SBF is American. He tweeted questions about Coinbase Grayscale, and Brian answered it. And I remember seeing that. Now, Brian, obviously, in Coinbase, they carry a lot of responsibility, my friends, right? Obviously, you and I know that Binance and crypto.com are two exchanges that are globally used way more than Coinbase. But the only exchange that I remember, even before, this is so crazy, even before I started in crypto, I remember that Coinbase was alive and that Coinbase was about crypto. That's how kind of, the mainstream people know about Coinbase. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of stones thrown at Coinbase somehow or some way with the FTX collapse. And he responded, Jesse questions Binance proof of reserves today, and we will answer it. I view this as healthy checks. So I do like that in a way, because kind of like putting pressure on people and the heads of state, the heads of the entire corporations, right? So it's pretty cool. So those are great. Now Binance releases proof of reserve system. Now this is a part one of many to come, and I'm going to show you right now in just a second. Now, before I continue further with Binance, I just want to say something, of course, about crypto.com. What are we waiting on crypto.com? Or like, what am I waiting? As someone who follows it and invested heavily, and I mean, we have so many different NFT holders. Now we have the upcoming Loaded Lions NFT land, and a lot of people are so crazy about it. That is amazing. By the way, still watching the game. 80-minute, man. Come on, USA. Come on, USA. How many people are here for USA? Let me know, because I may have some people from my London, from any other place, you know, the England. So wishing the best who wins. You guys already know who my team is. You guys already know which my team is, right? So we're having fun. It's Black Friday, a chilling day, but there's always, I know, JV, I know, that's what I'm saying it. There's always, something happening in crypto, brothers and sisters. There's something always happening in crypto. Like price related, we're still under $1 trillion. Its FUD is at an all-time high. We have the prices destroyed. You can always buy it right now, super cheap. Like we already know that. That's all news, right? And I'm not gonna come in here and tell you guys, here's the bottom. Nobody knows, right? That is the reality of this. But I always kind of like to step back and see how the industry is feeling, and that's why we come to the lives here, guys. By the way, if you like this stuff, go ahead and smash the like button right now. Consider subscribing to the channel and turn on those notification bells. Welcome to the live. My name is Oscar Ramos. So happy to have you here. And I see some USA and Brazil here in the chat, so love it. So obviously crypto.com is the company that I'm waiting for to release the proof of reserves, and it's gonna be posted right here. But what are they posting? Right, of course, England and USA. We need to see the entire full proof of reserves. Once that comes, family, once that's out, I'm gonna expect a bunch of FUD, volatility, and if even before the audit, the full audit, there's already people kind of creating false stories. You can only imagine, but we'll be here reporting the good stuff. I'm excited for the Loaded Lions land that they already been talking about it, and I'm super pumped and excited that Loaded Lions is gonna be amazing, and they've been, you know, pretty active with all the things. Here it is. I mean, a lot of my community doesn't like NFTs. I get it, and that's something I know a lot. People are still not yet sold on NFTs on my channel. I get it, and I'm not here pushing anything, right? But what I'm just saying is, I personally, if I have the chance, I of course want to get one of these, knowing, and I want to make this very, very clear. When it comes to NFTs, digital collectibles, they're very volatile, the price. Once you start issuing them, which we call it minting, which we call like the first whitelisted, whatever, usually that is a price that's highly elevated because of the momentum. But even the best projects in the industry, call it the Bored Ape Yacht Club, call it the other side, because I was there, they go down. So this particular collection, which there's gonna be mostly governed by Cronos fam, we will have to wait. Honestly, I'm not lying to you guys. We probably will have to wait until the next bull season to really see its full glory, because right now NFTs are depleted and destroyed. And I wouldn't be shocked if when the Loaded Lions land goes out, puts a nice price for a couple of hours, couple of days, and then starts ramping down. It's just what it is, but it's okay. I like it. Cronos King, you like NFTs? I own strictly Cronos blockchain NFTs. Let's go. That's pretty cool, man. Don't forget Portugal. That's true. Lawyers are what? Finishing for lawsuits. That's cool, bro. Brazil during the 90s, early 2000s, it was amazing. That's true. Crow is number one exchange because we passed tests on the bank run. We proved how strong we are. It was just all false news, to tell you the truth. Once crypto.com was really hurt, PR related, people thought it was out. That was the bank run, but we survived and everything's fine. But for some reason, there's still a lot of more FUD out there, and I'm gonna show it to you, which I have it right here. This one specifically, I mean, it's it is what it is. Sad but true. And it's here. It all starts case against the exchange draining customers account. Makes no sense. I haven't heard anything. And this is, I've came to know that this hashtag, everybody, the hashtag CryptoCom, which was a hashtag that I really never used before. Usually the hashtags that we use a lot is like hashtag Crow and hashtag FFTB and hashtag CrowFam. But the hashtag CryptoCom, we don't really use it a lot, but this is the name they have on their YouTube page. So that's probably where they picked it up, right? So here, obviously, this is 5 hours ago. Withdraw all your funds from crypto.com. Still, a lot of people telling me their funds are drained due to the error the exchange did. Who from here is going through this? I just want to know, is this actually happening? Because to me, there's really no way to prove this right. That's pretty much what it is. This is very inaccurate due to several reasons. This affects a small group of people, right, who traded Gala while they had. And I made a video called "Some Cronos Holders Need Help." Well, it specifically was like, guys, if this is happening, let me know. And that's it. I got some comments. I was able to learn a little bit more, and it seems that things is going now better, much better, period. That's it. Also, there's videos going around that crypto.com got listed. Well, yes, from 4 exchanges, but is that really too big of a deal? I don't think so. It's just chilling. It's just pretty cool right now. All good so far. So probably accounts like this one will come and try to beat exchanges that they don't agree with, or they're being paid off. Who knows, guys, right? They really, who knows? But you will find it a lot on the crypto.com hashtag, this one that I'm showing you. And it's mostly, crypto.com, which is great, but you will find sometimes those FUD messages, and man, oh man, they get a little feisty. But like I said in about 2 weeks ago, guys, I've said this very clearly. I particularly love the FUD that I'm seeing right now. And let me just tell you right to like the kicker, here it is. Because it allows me the opportunity to see if crypto.com is worth my time or not. That's it. You and I know that if we go to long-term investing on a bond, on 401k, that's kind of guaranteed. That's what our parents did, right? That's 30 years down the road. You wait 30 plus years and you get $1 million. But what we're trying to do here is bet on something else that is new, that is not fully adopted, that demands more regulation, that it's open to hacks or so, because there's always bad people out there. And it's also it depends on market volatility and how the cycles work for a better or a worse return. That's it. And that's what we're doing with crypto. So if crypto.com does not die, survives, and I was investing on it, guess what? I just saved years, more than 10 years, because I just made a lot of money, right? If crypto.com for some reason dies, best case scenario, I learn my lesson and I can just go to the next thing quicker than just never knowing that crypto.com was never put to the test. And up until a point that we're way far ahead and I put more money on it, and it actually gets confronted with a lot of FUD, with a lot of stress, and it dies, I would have put way more money at that point than right now. So it's good for me that Binance, Crypto.com, Coinbase, FTX, Terra Luna, and all of these are put to the test during a bear market or FUD that sometimes is not even true. Because if they survive, which I'm betting they will, based on based on my research, it allows me the confidence to, once we are out of this mess, I finally see ahead and say, man, if we survive the worst times in the market, then the best times are gonna be an absolute cakewalk. You see what I'm saying? That is my mentality. Piece of cake. It is what it is. I'm not lying to you guys. That's just the way I see it, right? Because if we are able to survive the worst times with all the FUD and with all the bad things, with FTX that collapsed the entire market, and not necessarily where Bitcoin was heading. Obviously, the trust was lost, but now we're trying to come back a little bit. Some cryptocurrencies are obviously doing much better here. In this case, Binance with BNB is doing at 20% from the last 2 days. In the last 3 days, now about to be 3 days. Now, Bitcoin, not even Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now from 2022, looking at 6%. Shiba Inu, our Shiba holders at 12%. LUNC, the 22 right now 7%, and Crypto.com with a nice and steady 5%. So I'm showing you different cryptocurrencies that I follow. Oh, wow, it's already 90 minutes and 0-0, man. Come on, USA, come on. You can see, guys, how some different cryptocurrencies are pumping much harder, which is pretty good. Ooh, nice. So it's exciting. It's exciting because more things are going to be developed and more what I will call transparency is going to come, and I love it. Because look, like I was saying at the very beginning, hashtag bull run, that everybody kind of wants this bull run so bad. I want it so bad, man, too. I'm excited, kind of like, what is the price for LUNC gonna be, for Cronos, for Bitcoin, Ethereum, because I've been putting a lot of money on Ethereum. I love it. I'm using How to Invest. The link is down below. Like, I've been putting some money on the side for long term right now. There's a lot of things going on, as you know, guys, which I made the video. Thank you video to all of you. So that's kind of like my mentality holding. That's exactly what CC is, the same. And most of the great heroes of mine in the crypto space, because they're not traders, they're holders. So which is pretty cool. Crow will definitely survive. Buy a discount. Just be patient and DCA. Love it. CC is the only CEO that can levitate on his holier than those practices. Cronos World Tool, my favorite NFT collection. That's cool. Nice. How many crow holders divided by circulated supply? Looking at my transaction fees. Nice, that's cool. Hit the like button. Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate it a lot, bro. Thank you very much. Yesterday, Binance allocated another $1 billion to the industry. Oh, wow, that's a nice. We'll see if they score. Allocated $1 billion to the industry recovery initiative, all in BUSD, another $1 billion to the industry to recover initiative. So hopefully that thing is going to help. But slowly but sure, like I'm saying, it all helps at the end of the day for a much stronger crypto space. And obviously Binance, is doing the best they can. And I heard that they're also planning to buy Voyager, which is another thing that's pretty cool in my opinion, right? Because now FTX defaulted for obvious reasons. This is something they posted earlier today. Binance releases proof of reserve systems. So I'm pretty interested in what they have. Following our most recent announcement outlining our commitment to transparency, Binance is releasing its proof of reserves, which is the next step in our effort to provide the transparency on the funds. So something like this we should have, but with the entirety from Crypto.com. Now, the launch of this feature will start initially with Bitcoin. What does that mean? with other tokens networks being audited in the next couple of weeks. Now, I don't know why they do that. That's weird, because is this something coming from them? It does seem to be that way, because what crypto.com is going to do is a full audit by a third-party auditor, right? Please find the first batch of the audit results. And what they have is the block heights, which are these ones, and the asset is Bitcoin at a 1:1 reserve ratio. And on-chain reserve, it's 582,485 Bitcoin, which is a lot of Bitcoin. I can tell you, it's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that they have. So involve third-party auditors to audit POR results. That's their upcoming plan. So that's pretty much what they should be doing right now. From what I understand, this seems to be something in-house, but this is what crypto.com is doing, right? Involve third-party auditors to audit proof of reserve research. That is exactly what crypto.com is doing. That is why it's taking much longer with crypto.com. Now, it seems that it was a tie, 0-0. And that's it. No one won USA versus UK. Well, I hope all the best for the US, because they also tied, right? If I'm not mistaken. So this is the second tie, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll see. Boom. So the launch of the next batch of the proof of reserves in the next 2 weeks, including additional assets. Well, so they're pretty much going to be taking the crypto.com route when it comes to when they're going to be releasing most of it, right? So that's what I'm saying with CEXs, guys, in this thumbnail on this slide, because we're all not going to be hearing a lot from different, accounts from different people. The centralized exchanges are going to be much accountable for all the things that they do, and now no one is going to be exempt. 2022, it's good because it allows us to kind of go through so much garbage together and make sure that the best stand. And look, it's been a while since I haven't heard some pretty massive news from crypto.com. Obviously, right now they're working on the FIFA World Cup, right? Which is good, but there's gonna be that time right now with my buddy Classic Crypto. Take a look at this one, Budweiser, and then we have Wanda, which is a Chinese brand, if I'm not mistaken, and there it is, crypto.com right here, bro. It's right there. Boom. Do you think Crow will reach BNB? Let's look at it, shall we? First, gotta go ahead and close this ones because I already covered what BNB had to do, and I'll bring my market cap perspective. I just want all these exchanges, centralized exchanges, to survive, because there's a lot of money that we hold on them, and I don't want them to die, man. $59.3 billion. No way. There's just how? This wasn't 29x. Binance continues to scale so much. Let me just take a little bit of time to explain this, guys. This wasn't 29, it was like 19 some of the first times that I was doing it, because Cronos was already much higher at a 10-11 cents. But now it's been so down that now it's at 29x, because even though in these times, kind of like we see and I see the dominance that these exchanges have, pretty crazy. So by the bull cycle, by the bull run, the only thing that I'm looking at is crypto.com $1. Really, that is kind of my go-to, right? Probably yours is gonna be much higher than that, but if crypto.com was at a 49.3 billion, then that will be almost $2, man. And crypto.com was indeed, I'm gonna show you, when we were reaching about roughly 95 cents. That was us in November last year, 2021. That was us. So we were roughly at 24 to 20, let's say way above $20 billion in market capitalization, man. And we have come down all the way to 1.7. once again, much lower than the expectations because of all the FUD and all the people withdrawing from centralized exchanges, not only crypto.com, from everywhere. I've also was watching, some whales and some addresses that they do, when they start pulling out a lot of money, and they're also pulling out a lot of money from Coinbase too, and from different exchanges. And I have talks with some exchanges, and they want more customers, right? Because this is a premier time for them to stay, not go insolvent, basically. Where's the algorand sponsorship signs, Harry? That's something I haven't seen, to be honest with you. Obviously, I'm not in Qatar right now. I will be able to tell you face to face, but I'm here. So it's pretty cool. What's up, JV? Having fun there? That's pretty cool. So those are the kind of the things that I'm really kind of looking at, right? When it comes to the price. That's why I'm not concerned when it comes to $1 Cronos, in my opinion, because number one, we wouldn't pass Binance by market capitalization, and number two, it's something that we have done very close in the past, in a year ago. So I think the price is very well suited for us to kind of ramp up. But for that, we will need a majority of whales and Wall Street and like the big people with money to come in and start pouring money once again. Once they realize all the good things about decentralized exchanges, once that trust is back, I have no problem in believing that these things are gonna get much better, guys. Right? Understanding that like a month ago, like 400, 500 people here, which is awesome, right? Don't matter what the people here, but you see, right? Kind of like the different sentiment of the market. People are waiting on the sidelines. People want to see green. And once they see green, nothing is gonna stop us. When's that gonna happen? That's a big question. Let me help you out here with one thing. Finally, it seems that we could probably end this week on Cronos on a green. Finally, after so much, we will need to go to less than 6.3 to end it in red, but we're right there. So it's important because, guys, this was the week where crypto.com almost fatal crash, right? Like everybody was already telling me, you get out, you bozo, what are you doing? You don't know what's happening. Yep, that was crypto.com, and we stood the ground and we survived, and we were right here, baby. Basically all cool, right about here. And I remember that, right? Now, that is complete history. It's all gone. So what's next? This is just another week of just chilling. The FIFA World Cup starting, something kind of close came to happen. This was, days kind of like before the World Cup, 0.75, and that's it. Now here, I'm going to delete this. This is where we at right now. This is kind of like the major, I'm still going to leave that rectangle right there, but this is our major concentration for retracement and support right about here, from 7 cents all the way to 5 cents, right? So if you guys want to have you guys want to be ahead of where the price is heading, first we need to break any of this. If we break 5, chances are we're heading lower for sure. If we're breaking 7, chances are we're heading much higher. But we haven't been able to break much closer, I would say consolidation levels. So I'm always kind of looking ahead, and there's no need for that if there's no money coming in crypto.com, right? But check this out. And I'm comparing just exchanges, right? I'm only comparing exchanges, right? I mean, don't miss this. Check this out. So this is the same week. Crypto.com, same week as crypto.com collapse. Here it is. Let me bring Binance here. Same week. down and green, but barely, check Binance out. It's almost half of what it lost. Just to give you an idea, right? Like where is it? The rectangle for Binance was somewhere here. So it's already broken. They already broken it this week. This week for Binance, it's great. It's pretty much great. People are coming back. People are coming back to my. It's already $300. $300 right now. There you go. Now you can see it better. Those are the things that I like to observe, right? And kind of like give my opinions on, because obviously altcoins remain risky. LUNC right now, 305, is doing nothing when it comes to the price. Obviously, validators moving ahead, burns moving ahead. We have December 2nd burn by Binance, and everybody's expecting a lot. It's going to be a great day for Terra Luna Classic. Shiba Inu, I've seen my fellows Zach, Austin. Obviously, at this level, Shiba Inu, what they're trying to do is just kind of like keep the momentum going, but it's not easy. It's difficult because, hey, it's not like you can control the price. I get it. We all are going through the same thing. And Bitcoin, man, check Bitcoin out. Bitcoin is actually, this is so crazy. Bitcoin is actually putting a much better return than crypto.com right now. As you can tell, guys, clearly in the weeks, 3 weeks, November, and we're going through a lot of garbage, right? Basically, the entire month of November can be defined in 3 letters. What are those? You know. Those 3 letters. That's it. The garbage, FTX. That's the entire month of November, right? We got Terra Luna in May. We were going through that. Everybody was already like, next page. But now we got a new one. And that's probably going to last us easily by the end of the year. So Bitcoin, Binance takes the winner easily. And crypto.com, with a World Cup, still super down. What's kind of my feedback or what I can take from this? Either people are not buying and selling or shorting and FUDing because they want the price to go much lower so they can buy much lower prices. Or right now, nobody kind of wants to, like the whales are not interested in crypto.com pretty much based on everything that they saw. Kind of weird. That's you know, kind of like some of my guesses that I'm kind of taking from this one, because I'm adding and getting closer and closer to my goals, because to me it just makes total sense. Let's go. JB, you're just watching your portfolio fluctuate and waiting for the bull run. I always like to analyze this, especially in the weekly, because there's a lot that happens in one day, let alone 1 week. So 1, 2, 3, at least most of us are already in the green. And that green is thanks to a good FOMC meeting, minutes, and a good CPI data. Regardless of FTX, which we came down, but the CPI data, the core inflation, the Fed minutes, it all helped. By what? By just stopping the crash, brothers. By just stopping the crashes, because we needed to stop the bleeding. We needed to stop the bleeding, right, for these exchanges. The bleeding is already happening because people are leaving. Not necessarily the crypto industry helps itself by having people leaving centralized exchanges. Thank you, JV. I'll get to you in just a second, bro. Obviously, I understand that crypto exchanges are like banks, right? The stronger a bank is, the more flexibility, financial options, and security and trust can give to the public. But makes no sense when one of the major banks collapses on you and you lose everything. Well, that of course is gonna trigger a lot of people and will make everybody kind of leave. Now, in a heavily regulated environment, which is, you know, banks, normal banks, brick and mortar, where you have so many protections because they are FDIC insured. In the crypto environment, you are not protected. So if you happen to get halted in an exchange, you cannot withdraw your funds, and that's it, you're cooked. That's what happened to me. I lost a couple hundreds of dollars in FTX. Would it be awesome to recover them, right? Awesome, of course. I would love to have them back, but it seems that it may not happen because of, I mean, mine is just a couple $100, but I've heard some people losing millions of dollars. That's what's sad. So from what I can see, Ethereum and BNB and even a little bit of Bitcoin are the ones that are popping off right now, are doing a little bit better. Some other ones are just not pushing it through because of the market volatility that we have right now. JB, thank you very much for the first super chat of the time. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it. Number one fan. Let's go. Thank you, bro. Love to have you here in the house. BNB will crash. Don't be surprised, people. Jose, look, I know you may don't like CZ, right? I know you may be like, nah, the guy is nuts because it's a super high rival to crypto.com. I get it, bro, but I don't want Binance to die, bro, because Binance, look, I have no money on Binance. I have no money on Binance. So if Binance crashes, it doesn't affect me directly, but it might affect me in another way because a lender or whatever might just shut down and that's it. That is why people kind of like are going, you know, your own wallet, because that allows you to have full control of your keys. Not your keys, not your crypto. That's a favorite famous word, right? And if you want to get out, get out. Oh, what is this? Transparency in wallets at Binance. Look, he just posted once again. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. We're talking about centralized exchanges today. Why not, right? The idea is to have all the information needed. So he just posted this one. It's on fire right now. Crypto.com FUD and Binance CC are on fire today on Thanksgiving Friday. So let's see. I want to go ahead and take a look at Listen because this is a crypto exchange CEO. If Chris from crypto.com or him post something, I want to listen, right? I want to learn. So let's see. I want to take this opportunity to answer a few follow-up questions from the community about how funds and wallets are managed at Binance. First, two foundational facts. Binance holds all of its clients' crypto assets in segregated accounts, which are identified separately from any accounts used to hold crypto assets belonging in Binance. So separated. Binance uses Binance own wallet infrastructure to safeguard user assets and Binance own assets. So let's get into some details. Deposit, hot and cold wallets. First, it's important to understand how wallets work in Binance. There are deposit wallets, one or more addresses per user per blockchain. You deposit to your deposit address. Our system monitors the blockchain and adds the balance to your account on Binance. Once verified on chain, you can trade or spend these coins on Binance as you deem it. So the basics of depositing is this. That's what it is. Those coins may or may not move from that address right away. Binance periodically sweeps those coins into a cold or hot or cold wallet. The logic behind why exchanges sweep tokens is to minimize the number of transactions and keep gas fees minimal, thus dramatically reducing the user's fees overall. Generally speaking, large amounts will be swept more quickly, and we may wait for a few deposits to sweep the small amounts or wait for the network gas fees to be low to sweep. So they have an internal procedure to go through this, a protocol, right? A key reason we remain so competitive is that methods like this keep gas costs low, saving we then pass to our users with some of the lowest trading fees in the industry. And I've heard that they have some zero trading fees even, which is pretty cool. And it's something that all other different exchanges have done it too. When users Want to withdraw, our system sends the fund from the hot wallet and deducts them the amount from their account balance. Cool. If the hot, yeah, because that's what they have, the hot wallet, right? For anyone who knows, a hot wallet will be like MetaMask, right? It's decentralized, but it's like MetaMask. A cold wallet is this. This is a cold wallet, storage wallet, right? Because it's out of the entire internet in quotes. So where was I? Oh, when users want to withdraw our system, okay, yeah, I got that one. If the hot wallet, thank you, Johnny, I'll be there in just a second. If the hot wallet gets too large from the sweeping, we will move some funds to the cold wallet and process future sweeping directly to the cold wallet, again to reduce the number of transactions as well as gas fees. There are certain exceptions when a large deposit comes in. In this scenario, we may sweep directly to the cold wallet. And when a large withdrawal is requested, we may process it directly from the cold wallet, which makes sense. That's why it's exactly kind of like when I'm reading with Chris, because I do remember, like, when you're withdrawing millions of crypto, sometimes they don't have it too available there and you have to wait much longer. Like when you withdraw $100, $10, $500, it sends to your personal, to our different wallet or, different places super quickly because it's in the hot wallet. It's there ready to go. But when you're withdrawing, I don't know, $10,000 or more, that might take a little bit longer. With that context, I hope you can see that other than instances of deposits and withdrawals, the sweeping and moving of funds between deposit and hot and cold wallets are totally dependent of users' accounts balance. Optics. Cool. Now, operational funds. When users trade on Binance, a tiny commission is deducted from each trade and moved to Binance.com account owned by the Binance platform. Well, I mean, how in the world you're going to make money, right? I mean, you have to pay a lot of things. This is Binance revenue. There you go. Makes sense. We use this to pay for operational costs, servers, vendors, and our employees. So yeah, that is exactly what Crypto.com is. It is how, kind of like some of the first questions Chris had. What are your revenue streams? And he's like, we provide the premier top-notch service where they come, sell, and trade, and we take a small part, and that's it. That's the revenue. That's all it is. Congrats on the Cronos ambassadorship. Let's get Tectonic ambassador General Oscar. Thank you, Johnny. You will see it for sure. Appreciate that, my man. Thank you very much, bro. For amounts we don't spend, profits, we just hold them in this account. Binance has been profitable in our operations since 4 months after our funding. That's so cool. And throughout the 2 bear markets we have experienced. That is nice. So obviously, guys, that's kind of like one of the reasons like Crypto.com and Binance will survive, right? And in this case, Binance is becoming a monster, right? A competitive juggernaut, and it's not easy to beat or to get close to him. But understand that Binance is like, although it's an exchange, same as Crypto.com, it's like in a new different category, because how can you compare the second largest exchange, which is Crypto.com, with less than $2 billion in market cap, to Binance that has almost 50? It's like you're not in the same league, right? So that's why I was like, I mean, coming close to Binance will be enough for me, because passing Binance is a big deal. Binance will have to get into serious trouble, so all the funds will go out and into some other exchanges, right? Binance invests significant resources in ensuring full compliance with all laws and regulations to which it's subject. According to Binance, holds all of its clients' crypto assets in segregated accounts. More specifically, Binance maintains customer balances, internal accounting or ledger, enters with the Binance system, which record customers' entitlements to crypto assets. Each customer Binance has an account ID. Yep, that ensures that everything and all the things are recorded. Cool. So I'm going to start from here. Why do we use Binance wallet infrastructure to safeguard users' assets and Binance assets? So one of the largest custodians of assets in crypto space, security is at the top of our priority list. Well, yes. In order to enable this, we spend hundreds of millions of dollars on security, hiring the best people and employing on the best technology. It's one of the single largest investment we'll make each year. So yeah, this is exactly what I want to hear from crypto.com, from Binance, right? Once again, I am not here praying for any big exchange to die, because the impact in the crypto industry is huge, fatal. Understand that there's now regulators condemning, and I'm sure not even wanting to meet with the crypto industry because of FTX. So why do we want another problem into getting reasonable regulation, right? You have to, I guess, like me, I probably see things different now, because I'm not looking too much obviously on the price, because I know the price will come eventually. Like, I see all these people, these awesome CEOs or these really smart people worry more about building and adoption rather than what the price of the token or coin is, because that will come eventually. That's not a problem. That's manipulated even, right? When there was no many adoption with crypto.com, when there was no all these DeFi applications and NFTs and development, the price of crypto.com was almost $1. And now that when there's way more, it's not even close to $1. You know what I'm saying? It's all manipulated. It's all the market. But this is what matters. We believe that our wallet infrastructure is one of the most secure in the industry, and that Binance is the best place to safeguard crypto. Now, this is a big statement to make, because obviously there's much more competition out there, and I will say that crypto.com is another one too, very important. Coinbase should be another good one as well, but there's not just one good one. There should be many good ones, because we need the entire crypto space to be well protected. We have considered the use of a third-party wallet software. However, we have reviewed other wallet vendors and are much more confident in the security of our own ecosystem than what we have seen from other vendors. Furthermore, creating a self-sufficient ecosystem has shielded Binance from being exposed to types of contagion risk that have seen implosions of the other industry players like Celsius, Voyager, and now FTX. You know, it's pretty cool, in my opinion, reading this, because it allows me to get educated on such important subjects like this one. Last but not least, no other wallets or custodian solutions handles the sheer variety of coins that we support or hold, and yada, 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 yada. Hopefully by this point, you see why 1 billion industry recovery initiative was sent via Binance Cold Wallet. It was a large withdrawal from the Binance account, which resulted in processing from a cold wallet, and we rebalance it with a 1 billion SAFU insurance fund. Nice. Alrighty. And how do you verify users' assets are safe? Merkle 3 proof of reserves is the best way. Merkle 3 proof. It also allows everyone users to verify your account balance. Merkle 3. What in the world is that? Merkle 3. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and take a look at that one. That should be good. Fam, well, we just went through this. CC just tweeted this one 48 minutes ago, and we just read through the entire thing, and I like it. That's something that I think the industry needs, and much more now than ever, right? Because of the FTX collapse. Boom. So far, that's what's happening. Cool. So no matter how much FUD we have here in the crypto scum, because what is going to come eventually from these people in places saying that there's a bank run or there's exploits or whatever. So far, we're heading in the right direction, in my opinion, guys, and things will pan out to be much better, right? What's up with the lab? Can we get the reason of the topic? What's going on, Jerma? What a name. Of course. Don't trust CC. He's a competitor, and the first one using all the tools that's supposed up against a future big competitor. Well, that's exactly what I was saying at the very beginning of the live, brother. To me, whatever, bring on the competition, bring on the battles, because this is the time when I want to see if crypto.com is worth my time, and I think it is based on all the information I'm doing. Check this out. The easiest thing to do right now as a new crypto investor is to go with Binance, right? It's the best one, it's the largest one, is the most secure one according to them, is the most known one, and just the biggest one in the world. That's the common sense approach. Now, obviously, you cannot do it in the United States. You have to use Binance.us regulations. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to go with the highest one, Binance. If I could, I probably will have some positions on Binance.com, of course, if I was not in the US, right? But I found mine. It's called Coinbase, it's called Gemini, it's called Haru, and it's called crypto.com. So I have my own, and after doing my 2021, 2022, early 2022 analysis, I found that I was gonna be putting a lot of my time in crypto.com just because of what they're building and how early this company is. And it's super early. How early that it crashed 100% from the top price of 97 cents to 6 cents. So obviously the price is nowhere even close, and nobody wants to buy it right now. Not many, because they think that it's going to go much lower or that it's just going to die. Well, when others are fearful, that's when I like to come, right? Personally, not financial advice. So point of the story, I like to invest in companies that I think are worth my time, that I want to give them a shot, and that they have tremendous potential. Plus, with a lot of security and nothing hiding, and always kind of coming with transparency and a lot of future ahead. And I think that's what I'm finding with crypto.com. I think the community is amazing. The DeFi space is remarkable. And can you imagine if and when, right, this thing all goes out, disappears, finally coming back, and we start seeing some more green candlesticks in the weekly, green, finally getting out of this. You can only imagine how the explosion is going to be for crypto, for Cronos, and for all the art DeFi space tokens. That's exactly what I'm waiting for, fam. How about you? Go ahead and smash the like button, everybody. Consider subscribing to the channel. Turn on those notification bell, guys, because that's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. I'm always kind of looking at the latest things on the FUD, because I love how they always FUD us, and I like to respond to that very, very quickly. I made a video about tectonic for you, fam, and I'm thankful that you guys responded well to it. And yes, I mean, just letting you know that tectonic, perfect time to be around here, knowing that Cronos is right there. Let me go to the DeFi chains. Cronos is right there, position 8, right about here. So Optimus and Polygon passed us already. We gotta come back stronger, and it's a battle. It's a battle. Here you take and I take. The truth will triumph the FUD, of course. Michael Burry is right, guys. Crypto and stocks are going to crash more and more. 2023 will be even worse, Omar. That's one of the things that I was saying in one of my previous lives. Like 2022, it's like the bear market. 2023 can be the worst, or can be, the bottom finally for what we're living in. Because although we're already in a recession, the recession might actually, the full-on recession declared by the government might be next year. But so far, chilling. That's the idea. The desperate FUD just gets me more to buy more and more CRO. Would you look at that? That's awesome, fam. All right, family. That is exactly what I wanted to stop by in this Black Friday. Just a little bit, because why not? And just chatting and having these conversations about all these different subjects and topics when it comes to centralized exchanges. I still use mine. I still have some money on mine. I know some people just want to leave them. I get it. So kudos to everybody here watching. I'm still holding my Terra Luna Classic. I still am waiting for December 2nd. I know that's a project that's going to be years down the road. I don't know how many people shield the $1 LUNC. I know that's not going to happen anytime soon or ever. And I'm going to be one of those content creators that will tell you right to your face what probably you don't want to hear. Like, I know Cronos $100, it's a stupid idea. Like when Cronos was pumping so much, Cronos Cross CRO $100 was on some thumbnails, and I was like, how in the world they have the guts to do something like that? It's crazy. And of course, then here comes LUNC $1 and Shiba Inu $1 stuff. So it is what it is, guys, right? All those kinds of predictions obviously make people play with their emotions, and what I'm always trying to do is do the best I can to keep realistic expectations, because it's crazy out there. Once the bull market comes, usually defeats the expectations. We get a nice, beautiful price, and then we start coming our way to a consolidation and then back to the cycle. But that's the time when I really want to take the opportunity to cash out some really nice prices and let the cycle start all over again. Because one thing I know, the bull cycle is going to take a while, and it's going to stay there for a while, and then we're going to come back organically. And if we have much better news, we might just come and continue going on. Here's one thing that I think it could easily happen, no questions asked. We could just pump a lot, get to a bull season that everybody was like, wow, here's the top, now we're going down, and we could just continue going up, because adoption is mere in the world. If things go well and then we start exploding and adopting at a much faster rate, the bull cycle might just break, and you would continue to a price that we've never experienced. But that'll be for a later time. All right. Yeah, Oscar, love your videos. Found you because of LUNC, because of you about Crow from Mexico, brother. You go to the channel main page, you will see the whole thing there. When crypto.com comes out of the audit clean, straight to a buck. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for coming into the live. I appreciate your kind support. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. England, US tied up. It's totally fine. Let's keep enjoying this time with the family, and we'll see what this weekend brings to us. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Peace. Let's go, guys. Give me all the FUD on Twitter. Send me a tweet and it should be fine. Bye.